Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Churchill Downs here on Friday. It is the 29th of May 2020. Going to look at the featured 8th race from Churchill, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing. Get 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and also join me on Monday from Deauville in France for the French 2,000 and 1,000 guineas. It's going to be an excellent race, especially for a Monday afternoon or Monday morning for us, but make sure you join me for that preview. It should be up Saturday, I'm hoping. But let's look at the 8th race from Churchill. Keep in mind, they did get quite a torrential downpour during Thursday's last race, so hopefully the turf course dries out. Churchill's known for quick drying surfaces, so hopefully they dry out, and this race will stay on turf. If it's a little soft, that's okay. But the 8th race on Friday we'll be looking at, which is a lounge race, purse $88,000 race for 3-year-olds and upwards here. We have 15 horses entered. 11 through 14 are AEs, also eligibles, and the 15 is main track only, but 10 could go to the Matwin turf course, distance of ground of 1,000 meters, or the distance of ground of 5 furlongs on the Churchill Matwin turf course. 5 furlongs here. I was about to say Keeneland because this kind of looks like a very good prep race for the Shakertown Stakes, which will be running at Keeneland the second weekend in July. So, it wouldn't, like I said, it wouldn't surprise me to see some horses end up there, or whatever that sprint race is. It's Giants Causeway. Well, I can't remember the race now. But the top selection here, I'm going to go with the 4-horse Totally Boss. We're going to go 4963 in the superfecta. 4963 super, top selection of 4-horse Totally Boss. 5-year-old gelded by Street Boss George Arnold, trained Florent Drew, gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came 2nd of November at Santa Anita, 5 furlongs in the British Cup Turf Sprint, and the horse just did not run, finished 10th by 6.5 lengths, didn't break well, a very troubled trip, very wide, and like I said, just never had a run. Coming here to Churchill today, lesser quality horses drawn very well. I think he could really run a competitive race. 2 back in the turf sprint at Kentucky Downs, 6 furlongs time at the 7th. He won by 1/4 lengths, and he stalked on that quirky course a little bit wide from a wide post draw. But when he quickened up, my God, he quickened up to a very, very nice victory. That Kentucky Downs meeting this year was very speed-oriented horses were winning, but this horse, he just took good advantage. 101 Byron. It was the best race of his life there. And then the Kentucky Downs preview turf sprint at Ellis, 5.5 on their firm turf course. The horse won by a half length. He sat back early, had a great turn of foot, and he was just much the best there. And then his last race here locally, and a lounge race for $106,000 last year. When I wasn't making that up, $106,000 a lounge race, wow. But he finished second by a nose behind the veteran, and this horse is closing up from nowhere. He just missed, but what can you do? If he just had that little bit of a tiny bit better race, he probably would have won easily. But before that, he won this turf course very nicely. He's drawn very well here today. His buyer numbers are up to par. 3-1, let's take him, and let's single him in the multis. So to recount my selection for the 8th from Churchill, let's take the 4-horse Totally Boss. We'll go 4963 in the superfecta, single the 4 in the multi-race. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing. Get 5. Good luck.